She calls herself an ordinary girl with big dreams and ambition. Well, she started her pageant career with no plan, but she went on to win the Miss Meghalaya 2019 and the Mega Miss Northeast 2019 as well. Well, she's represented the state in various pageants, including the Femina Miss India 2020 and the Miss Grand India 2024. Well, she's graced prestigious runways, including the runway at the 19th edition of the Northeast India Festival at Istanbul, the Times Fashion Week, amongst others. She is not just a beauty queen, she's a doctor, she's a daughter, a sister, and a friend. Well, if you're looking for inspiration, this episode might be helpful. Ladies and gents, I welcome you to a brand new edition of Roots Talk. Well, on this edition, it's time to meet my guests. Please brace yourselves for the all-rounder, the resilient soul, the one and the only Dr. Tanvi Marak. Dr. Tanvi, it's an honor to have you on the podcast. Let's kickstart this conversation with your family background, where you're from, siblings, if any. Why don't you let us into that little secret? Let's start.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Tanvi R. Marak, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here. So I come from a very small family. Not very small.
That's what I was thinking. You said it's huge, and then you said now it's a small family. Come on.
I've got 3 sisters. Mm-hmm. We are 4 girls altogether. I'm the third one. And I have my mom and dad, and I have 3 dogs at home and 1 helper. I've been born and brought up here itself in Shillong, but originally my parents are from Garo Hills. I have done my schooling and college here, and I'm also working as a doctor here itself in Shillong, Nigrams.
Interesting. 4 sisters, you said. How does it feel like to be born in a family with all strong women, including your mother?
It feels great. I mean, having sisters, I never felt short of friends actually.
Correct.
We would always be home, either fighting, either watching movies, shopping, everything we did together.
Nice. So dad wasn't feeling out of place?
My dad? No, I think he was holding us together because
nice.
Had it not been there, oh my God, we are chaos,
Correct.
I'm telling you.
Correct. So, all of your life you've been born and brought up here. Would that include the rest of your siblings? How much of a connect do you have with the Garo Hills in particular?
I've been born and brought up here since I go to my hometown mostly every Christmas, every festivals, every occasion I go to my hometown. I would not say that I've lost contact with my native place. I think I'm maintaining both the places really well.
Nice. So if I give you 2 options, the Khasi Hills or the Garo Hills, what would your choice be?
I think being a Garo, I think my heart will still belong to Garo Hills.
Not your fault. Let's talk a little bit about your upbringing. You said you've studied here, probably your schooling, your college, etc. Where did you study?
I studied in St. Margaret's. Then 11, 12, I've studied in St. Anthony's. Then after that, I did go to college. That's an interesting story again.
True.
I went to college for just 4 days. I've done the admission process, everything.
Okay.
I went to college for 4 days. And then I told my mom, Mama, I don't think so. I want to do college. I want to become a doctor only. I don't think with this, I can become a doctor.
Oh, wow.
I told her. And then I left college and I went for coaching. And then I prepared for NEET. And I gave my NEET. Now here I am as Dr. Tanvi now.
True. You know, what I like about you is that, when you send me that little write-up, it's always interesting to see people when they have direction in life. And for me, I felt that when I went through the entire write-up. Like you said, now, you didn't want to, you just left college because your heart was invested into something else and you took that risk. How much of that risk-taking do you think has helped you to become and reach where you are at the moment?
I think it did help me a lot. Had I not taken that decision long back, maybe I would have regretted today.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to risk it for what your heart wants. And later, if it's meant to be, like I said, the universe always brings it to you.
Now that brings me to my next question, Dr. Tanvi, and that is, how much of an influence has your family had in giving wings to your career as a doctor first, and then obviously as a beauty queen?
I think when it comes to my family, I've been very blessed and I'm forever grateful to that. I think I've taken the heights, but they have given me the wings to fly. And obviously, I come from a family where my dad is really, really strict, but my mom has been my biggest supporter and cheerleader. There were times when my dad was a little skeptical because, I'm a science student back
True.
then. So he was scared, I wouldn't be able to do both. If I do this, I might not become a doctor in the future. But my mom, she would always be there. She got my first pair of heels also when I did not have one. I did not know
Nice.
how to walk. My mom, she would show me, I never knew that YouTube existed also. My mom showed me YouTube. She showed me Miss World, Miss Universe, Shushmita Sen years.
Now I like your mom even more. Yeah.
I like her better.
Okay, there you go.
She has supported me a lot from the beginning. Then my dad eventually, as a dad, it's very important to have support from both your parents. My dad I think he saw the vision in me.
Correct.
So he supported. Then after that, then when I started winning, my dad knew that, it is within me. I want to do something. So from him not being supportive to now, him building a closet where I can keep my heels, my crowns, everything. I think it has been a big, journey
Nice.
for me that I will forever cherish. So I think my family has supported a lot. Even my sisters, obviously, I can't forget.
Right.
They have laughed at my worst walk and they have also corrected me at the same time. So when it comes to family, I'm very blessed and I'm forever grateful to them.
What do you think? What do they think of you now when they see where you are, both in terms of getting the degree this year and then obviously smash it at all these beauty pageants? What do they think of you? Your sisters.
I think my sisters are proud. I mean, I think right, the sibling thingy. Like they don't come and tell you on face, but I know that they
they're
are
proud
proud
of
of
you.
me.
True, true.
Like whenever we attend any events, like when people know me, they're like, yeah, she's my sister. They tell me, that gives me a feeling like, oh, like they are proud of me. So I'm happy.
Do you agree one thing? We cannot repay back to what our parents have done for us, but your achievement, we will come to that because when you got the degree this year, that was the feeling that you felt was overwhelming. We'll come to that. But what you do and what you achieve, and you see that contentment in their eyes, and that is the biggest achievement for you personally. Would you agree on that?
I definitely agree on this one.
Yeah. So, as a science student, when and how did you fell in love with modeling and pageantry? When did you feel that inclination?
I never thought like I could be one actually, to be honest. So
But why? You've got the looks, you've got the height, and why don't you think like that?
I don't know. Like there was that growing up, I always thought, once I take science, maybe I cannot choose both.
Right.
But my mom, I would say again, my mom, she told me that, these are not just Miss Universe, standing on the stage. Some are engineers, some are doctors,
I
some
like
are
that.
dentists.
Yeah.
She's told like, they're not just beauty queens, they're something else apart from that. So somehow that has impacted me a lot. Then it was my eldest sister. She would do this modeling within the town.
Okay.
So I accompanied her for her pageant. So it was one of the organizer I was just 13 back then. 13.
1-3, yeah.
So they told me that, why don't you audition? I said, no, I'm not prepared. I told them, no, I'm not prepared. My mom told that she's only 13. I said, no, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's within the state only, this pageant. Just do it. So I went. It was my sloppiest walk, but trust me, that was my happiest walk. I walked the audition and I got selected.
Which audition was this?
It was, what was the name of that pageant? I can't recall.
Was it in school or the locality or?
It was within the locality.
Okay,
It happened in Nehu.
Okay.
I remember. Then I did the pageant. I placed in top 10 that time. I had no experience, nothing, but I still placed in top 10. So somehow I thought maybe there is something inside me, Then eventually my class 10 boards, then 11, 12 science. So I thought maybe it's not my thing. Then again, in 2017, like I said, I mentioned earlier, that I went for Sunsilk Mega Miss Naughties. I did crack the audition, but I was not placed anywhere after that.
Did that somehow broke your heart a little bit?
A little bit, yes, but not so much that I didn't not so much that that I would not think of going back to the same platform. So somehow it did build me, I think, as a person. For me, I don't like taking any failures as a setback. Like my dad has always taught me, like never ever think that some failures are gonna put you behind.
Correct.
It's always a lesson. So I've taken that as a lesson. I think if I wouldn't fail in 2017 in the pageant, I don't think so I would be here today.
Oh, you took that as a stepping stone to get to where you are right now.
Definitely.
Very nice. Speaking of pageants, it's not easy. I need prep work wherever I go. My script should be intact. I just find it easier for me to strategize a lot of things. For you, when you go to all these pageants, what is your prep work? How do you get yourself ready mentally, physically, to get on that stage?
Physically, you have to hit the gym. Like you have to take care of yourself. Once you start looking good, I think you do good also. Once you become confident, you become more and more confident. I'm not saying that people a certain shape are not confident. I think once you hit the gym and you're doing good,
Yeah.
you look good, so you start doing better. Apart from that, I think before the pageant, it's very important to get your wardrobe check. Like you need to know your sense of style. You need to know which designer works best for you. You know what kind of fabric suits you, what color complements you. These are very important. And also financially, pageants can be draining.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
important. Yeah.
So financially also you need to have good proper sponsors. Apart from sponsors, you cannot solely depend on the sponsors. You need proper, financial support from your family, some from yourself. So all these preps are very important, and mentally you need to be strong. Sometimes pageant can be really stressful mentally.
I
So
agree.
you have to be strong. You have to be, be able to face all kind of situations. Be ready for it.
So, has there been any moment while you're on stage, like a wardrobe malfunction, a tripping, or anything of that sort where, it freaked you out or something?
Yes, it did happen.
You did? Okay.
The fabric from the gown got stuck on my heels.
Okay, let's not talk about the designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can carry
It got
on.
stuck on my heels, and like I knew that it got stuck. So somehow I did pull a move where I kicked the fabric and I made the move again.
Okay.
So you need to have the right, strategy for it, because like all these, we cannot blame the designers also.
Not at all.
Sometimes it's all fate, or sometimes it just happens. It can be
Yeah.
accidents. We're all human beings. We do make, we're prone to making mistakes. So you have to learn how to get over it.
Yeah.
So, and as a person who is constantly on stage doing all these runways or pageant walks, anything,
True.
you have to be prepared for it.
Since you said mentally it's very important to prepare yourself, I want you to dwell a little bit on it, because 21st century, like we agreed earlier before the interview, where it is a very serious concern amongst our youths. Social media can take a toll. Negative comments can take a toll. Some people cannot take it. If it's constructive criticism, that's a different story. But we see a lot of comments that are mostly negative, which is sad. And as human beings, if not all, we tend to look at more at the negatives and not the positives. How do you handle stress like this? And how important is mental health for you, let's say?
It's very important to not, like, the more you dwell yourself in all this negativity, the more it takes a toll. And if you feel it's something that you're not being able to come out on your own, as a person, it's very important to seek help. And it's very important to talk, I feel. Most people fear that, they'll be judged, especially the younger ones. They feel they'll be judged.
Correct.
They don't seek help. So I think it's important to have a good connection with your family, especially because most of the time you're at home. So it's
Right.
very important for your parents, especially if you're underage or you're a teen, something. Your parents should be involved.
Yeah.
Most of them, they tend to hide, which is, I think, wrong.
Yeah. So it's better for them to come out, talk about it, rather than suppress all those feelings. Speaking of health, one question that I want to ask you, since you're a doctor. What do you think of the health scenario here in the state of Meghalaya in general?
I think the health scenario in our state has been a up-down situation. I think sometimes it's going good, sometimes, and we cannot obviously ignore the rising HIV cases within the state and everywhere else. I think our leaders are doing a great job, fighting for it, but it's the lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, and also a taboo a stigma that holds with the disease, which holds the people back from getting themselves tested or starting the drugs. I think it's important for individuals to come out of their, fear, get themselves educated about the disease and get treated. Obviously, it cannot treat you fully, but it can definitely suppress the symptoms and help the other individuals, because you're not only harming yourself, you're harming the people you're coming in contact with. I think it's high time for people to start seeking help and to come out of their comfort zone.
Let's dwell a little bit on your mum, because I think she deserves so much more and more spotlight, because I've seen both of you dancing in the reels and all of that. The one thing that really caught my attention was the fact that when you wrote and said that when you got the degree this year, you said there were photographers in the auditorium, in the hall that day, but the only camera that you saw was your parents, your mum and your dad. Talk to us a little bit how special it is, this bond between yourself as a daughter and her as a mother, and what are some of the fond memories that you recall of both of you together?
I've always been a darling daughter to both my parents. I'm a little childish, so maybe that could be the reason I'm one of their favorite. So that feeling is still very fresh, and it's going to remain fresh in my head forever. I remember when I graduated, they called me not as Tanvi, they called me as Dr. Tanvi. I went to the stage and I saw my dad. There was an announcement that parents are requested not to take pictures because we have official photographers to cover the event. My dad didn't listen.
Okay.
He took out his camera.
He broke every rule.
He took out his camera. I could see he's very proud of me. He was telling me, look here, look here. He was waving at me. I think that is one of my favorite moment till date. I mean, they were photographers in front, but I only wanted to look at my moms and my dads. They were really, really happy, and being the first doctor in the family, they must be really proud.
So you're the first doctor in the family?
Yes, I'm the first doctor in the family.
That's nice. So would you rather be known as Dr. Tanvi or Tanvi the beauty queen?
I think I'm known as both, so I don't mind being
both.
both.
What would you prefer? So you like both?
I like both.
Like before this interview, we had this small conversation, and I asked you, like, do you get like a lot from your patients wherein they come to you and be like, hey, I think I've seen you somewhere, or probably, dude, you're too pretty for a doctor. Do you get that?
I do get that sometimes. I mean, a lot sometimes.
Give us a little bit of those stories.
Okay, there has been a time where I was doing a dressing for one patient, post-op patient, and she told me, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you Dr. Tanvi R Marak? And she opened my profile and she showed me, this is you, right? Wow. This is you. I said, yes, this is me, but for now, let me just get your dressing done.
So you've got fans following for sure.
Definitely.
So how does that make you feel again?
That makes me feel really happy, and like I'm so happy that I'm able to make people like me. I think that's I think they like me for a reason, Maybe I have influenced them, I hope, in the best way.
You know what? This is why I signed up for this podcast, to meet interesting people like you who have stormed and flipped conventions and then don't believe in stereotypes, and you carve your own way and do what you like to do, to be able to tell the world that there's nothing that can stop them if you believe and follow your heart and your gut. Definitely. And why not? Dr. Tanvi, would you consider Mega Miss Northeast 2019 that you won your breakthrough moment?
Definitely. I think that was the moment I felt like in the pageant world, like I have won. Because back in the year 2017, when I first participated in that pageant, I was not placed anywhere. I did crack the audition. I did went on representing the state, but I did not place anywhere. It did break my heart, but I was really determined. For me, I don't like accepting failures, and I don't think that a particular platform or anything defines you unless you let them. So I went there and I emerged as a winner. So I think that is a very win-win situation for me.
What went wrong then? 2017, it didn't work out, but it worked out in 2019. So I would imagine 2017, that you had 1 year to kind of probably compose yourself again for the competition. What do you think went wrong in 2017, and how did you, take back all of what probably went wrong and use that as your strength and then took it home in 2019?
I think 2017, apart from being quite young and naive, I lacked experience. first thing. And I think pageant has a game that you need to know.
Okay.
I think
There's a strategy, you mean to say?
strategy. People
Okay.
doing pageants can relate. I
Right.
think when you're doing pageant, you need to have the right strategy. So somehow I did lack that. Apart from that, I think I also lacked confidence in myself. I was not comfortable in my skin
Okay.
back then, I think. Yeah, but 2019, I think I had the right goal. I think to do anything in life, you need to have a goal, or
Okay.
else you go directionless. So 2019, my main goal was not runners up, nothing. I just wanted to win the main title. So I went with that mindset, and I did emerge as a winner.
Right.
So yeah.
So when you enter in a room like that, I think I've asked this question to other interviewees as well, but I want to hear it from you. When you enter in a room full of all these beautiful women, all talented from different places, different states also, does that make you, I wouldn't say fearful, but a little bit of intimidating?
It doesn't intimidate me at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
I think, like, initially it did, okay, I will not lie. But now, no. I feel like it's about accepting, like, not everybody is beautiful in their own way, I feel.
Exactly.
So for me, I am beautiful. I do believe I am beautiful, and also the other contestants are beautiful. I don't get intimidated.
So it's very important to know yourself. Like you said, you're comfortable in your skin.
I'm comfortable.
That's the magic wand, probably. No
Actually,
strategy.
that's the magic.
Yeah. A blunt question to you. How relevant are beauty pageants, especially in the 21st century, wherein everybody is looking for inclusivity, where a lot of people don't care about how tall you are, your skin color, etc., etc. How relevant are beauty pageants, because we see perfection on that stage? How relevant are they in the 21st century?
You mean like inclusivity, including allowing participants of all genders or everything in the stage?
Correct.
I think it's really relevant. I think it's not about how we are gonna define them as a gender or be anything. I think it's about how they define themselves. And I'm very happy that we are in that century where beauty pageants are providing platforms where people are being accepted the way they are. They're being able to go and show what they're capable of.
True.
I think in the coming years it's gonna emerge more, and it's very important.
See, even before this interview, I was talking to my team, and nervousness, I believe, is good energy. Because I say good energy, that means if I'm nervous, I care about what I do and for whom I'm doing it as well. How do you get over fear and nervousness when you're on that stage? Give us some tips, especially for the young girls out there. Like you said, before you started at 13, you really didn't quite know a lot of things. But now, if I may say, you're a pro. How do you get over fear and nervousness like that?
I think first thing you need to believe in yourself. The more you overthink on stage, it's really visible.
Okay.
It's very important to know what you want to deliver
Yeah.
on stage. I think these are two keys that you need to keep on point.
I've actually noted down in my notes because I want to talk to you about it, and you agreed. You've already triggered one thing, which is beauty pageants. People say it's beauty with brains. There are some who feel that it's beauty without brains. Okay, how important is education and knowledge, especially in pageantries?
I think it's really important. Beauty should be with brains, because when it comes to modeling, I don't think that brains really do play that much role, because as a as a beauty queen, you're a spokesperson. Very
True.
important. You're a role model, so you should have a sense of awareness and knowledge about what's going on in the world or what you're gonna speak, because you become a role model, as I said, and people get influenced by what you're speaking. So I think it's really important to have.
So you mean that there is that responsibility as well, right?
Somehow that is.
So as a spokesperson, there must be some issues that you feel strongly about. If you could tell us a little bit, maybe one or two.
I think that there are so many issues that we can speak about, but seeing the current scenario about what happened within the state, the recent crime, I think people have been addressing, like, crime, this one, the woman has committed this crime after marriage. I think it's not about a man committing a crime or a woman committing a crime. I think we have failed so much as a human. It's very important to, like, be a human being first. It's not about a man doing a crime or a female doing a crime. I think it's important to be a good human being first in everything you do.
True. I mean, I agree with that. So, when you're in the fashion industry, the entertainment industry, you know, it's cutthroat. The competition is huge and massive. How have you survived all the while, and how do you intend to stay afloat in the future?
I think that when it comes to these competitions, I've always learned to survive, be it not only in competition, even entrance exams, even school, everything has been hard for me, especially coming from a science background. I had to juggle both. But I think all these competitions just makes you stronger and gives you a reality check on life. Apart from that, I had my family, like I said, I
By
cannot
your
stop
side.
mentioning about that because they have supported me a lot. My family and friends, there were times I did cry a lot. So, you know, they used to tell me, if you can't do it, then who will? You can. So somehow, I think it's because of them that I have been able to survive all these things.
So, Dr. Tanvi, when you talk about there are times that you've cried, you mentioned in your write-up that there are people in days when you were struggling who've demotivated you and probably not being encouraging enough. Can you talk to us a little bit about that phase?
There are still times now, I will not say there are still times where people are not supportive enough. But like growing up, I've realized that you cannot make everyone happy. You know, you have to, unless and until you're happy yourself on the inside, you cannot expect everybody to be happy. So, like for now, I've always ignored negativity. I think it's very important to fill your life with good people, and you should have, if you have pure intentions in whatever you're doing, you'll definitely reach there, and the rest just leave to God and ignore the negativity.
So, let's not dwell on negativity. Let's talk about the positive sides. Friends who've been very supportive to you, friends who've held your hand through thick and thin. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, my friends, they have supported me a lot. You know, initially, I did suffer a lot from binge eating.
Okay.
Okay.
That's news. And to still look like this? Okay.
I think now I've overcome that somehow. But back then, you know, growing up as a teenager, I was really concerned about myself. Apart from that, I suffered from binge eating. And at the same time, I was trying to get into the pageant field. It was really hard for me, but you know, my friends, they supported me. They introduced me to go to the gym, take care of myself. They taught me that it's not only for the pageant that you need to maintain yourself a certain way. It's like, it should be a lifestyle.
A lifestyle. Oh, I like that word, yeah.
Yeah, so now, like, regardless of me going to a pageant or not, I enjoy my workout. I enjoy eating a good meal. I enjoy my cheat meals also.
On a Saturday and Sunday, right?
Definitely. Yeah, so my friends, they have supported me a lot. Like, I'm not a person who has many friends. Like, I know many, but not all you know are friends, I feel. Like, I've had a handful of friends, but, you know, there's small words like, all the best, you can do it.
Those small things matter, right?
Like, everything. Like, there were times where I used to feel bad, you know, this comment has come, I'm feeling bad. And they would put up my story right away. They would put up my picture and they would say something good. See, so what if these people are saying these things about you?
True.
If they are saying one bad thing about you, two bad things, I've got 10 good things to tell about you.
Very true.
So somehow my friends have also supported me a lot, and I'm forever grateful to them.
And it's always nice to have that strong support system, because in a world where we all struggle with mental health and mental issues, and when you have support like that, family, friends, and I think that just ease off a lot of things as well, right?
Definitely.
Because sometimes what we see is not what we get. What you go through, probably we don't know. We all see Dr. Tanvi look all perfect and prim and proper, but you must have your own, the dark side of you, things when because you're a human being at the end of the day, you still feel down and sad. Do you agree with that?
Definitely, I do agree. I am very moody as a person.
Moody as a
also.
person, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me, do you like to hang out? Where do you hang out in Shillong, by the way? Do you like to hang out with friends? Do you like to go out alone?
I don't usually hang out much with my friends because of my work also. And I like going to the gym mostly,
Okay.
and if there is a hangout place, then I go to the nearest cafe.
Okay.
Sometimes I enjoy alone time. Most of the time, especially
Mm-hmm.
these days, I get so tired. Who like all the time? I just take my bike, I go.
Welcome to the club. I can sit at a cafe, I can sit anywhere else for hours and hours, and I
Yeah,
feel like that is my therapeutic
therapy.
time, I
Yeah,
call, you know.
definitely.
Dr. Tanvi, let's go back to, because I just came to my mind, everything which is first. Let's say your first day at school, your first love, and for you it was cherry blossom that you won officially. Uh, what can you recall of those days? I'm asking because cherry blossom is just around the corner. What can you recall of those days when you won and that experience?
Cherry Blossom has been the first pageant that I officially won. I think that will be one of my bestest pageant because that pageant gave me a push that made me believe that why were you doubting yourself so much? There's so much in you that you need to give. So I think Cherry Blossom has been a good pageant and a good motivation for me.
So, from all the experiences that you've garnered so far in this field, uh, from your perspective, what are some of the potential drawbacks that you see uh, in pageants here in our own state, and what can we learn so that we can be at par with other states, let's say?
I think our state, when it comes to pageants, we don't have a good organization like other states. We have got only not even two, like barely two we have. I think it's very important to have more organizers within the state to be able to push young talents, and that way like our state is full of talents I feel,
Right.
and when it comes to especially beauty pageants, people are now getting the hold of it, they're getting interested in it, they know what beauty pageants can do, because we have had beauty queens from our state who are going out and they're showing that beauty queens are not just for the pageants. Apart from doing pageants, they're also doing great in life in the same field. So I think our state should include more organizers, they should have more pageants often, and that way it could be a good push for the youths, for
Correct.
young talents, which we lack as of now.
So, speaking of young talents, what role do you think beauty pageants play in empowering these young girls?
I think it gives young girls, that hope that they can pursue something out of this beauty pageants, because what happens is these young kids, they do pageants and they emerge as winners and they land nowhere. I think it's important for these existing organizers within the state to have more franchise, from winning the state pageants. They should be trained in such a way that they're able to represent the state and ultimately the country. I think that is the ultimate goal of every beauty
Very
queen,
true.
to represent the country and to be called as India.
So you mean we lack that opportunity for sure?
Definitely, we do lack, somehow we do lack. We lack organizers actually. We don't have as much pageants as compared to other states.
Right. So for you, because see, you're a doctor simultaneously and a beauty queen. So I correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I believe that it's easier for you to, because see, you don't have to worry much about livelihood because you're a doctor, so you're gonna get paid. That's for sure. But for others who probably want to take up, let's say, modeling, others who want to take up, get into all these pageants and win, because is it just momentary and then we forget about it? Because again, modeling is short-lived, right? What are your thoughts?
I think I would still somehow agree on that. I think it's these young talents, like I mentioned earlier, once they achieve a little bit of success within the
Yeah.
state, they are forced, I will not say they have to, like they are forced to move out. Why? Because there's a lack of agency, lack of production house. Had we had within the home, like our own state,
Right.
I don't think so there would be any need for them to go out. So I think it's very important. It should be an eye opener for everyone that more production, more agencies come, so we are able to produce more agencies within our state, have our own production house. Then I don't think so like they would have to go elsewhere to find.
All right, fair enough. So, what's your favorite runway walk till now? I mentioned at the beginning, at Istanbul, the other one at the Times Fashion Week, and I'm sure there are a lot more. What's your favorite so far and why?
My favorite runway. My favorite runways are the one which are not done on the stage, to be honest.
Where were they done then? Okay.
In front of my mom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My mom have zero knowledge about catwalks or whatever. Like still she'll be like, oh, I think you can cross your legs better. She'll be giving me the guidance.
I tell you, my mom is the same. I mean, she looks at my programs and she tells me, oh, why is your hand shaking? I think that's not you. So I think that is the best. I mean, she would be the most honest critic for a simple reason, because she knows me. So if there's anything that I'm faking, she would know. So I would take it. So she does not have to be an expert to give all of that. Speaking of honesty, you mentioned once that you have to be true to yourself, follow your heart, follow your gut. How do we draw the line between being real and being fake?
I think being fake is when you try to be something that you're not. That will include, I think, copying a personality or something which is not yours. Mm-hmm. It's very important to be yourself. I think I've been myself throughout. Like you can see now also. I've always been a talker. You can ask my friends. Also, you can ask Tanvaka also. She's right there. I've always been like that.
All right.
So I like being myself. Either, like I accept myself the way I am. And I don't think so I care if people accept me the way I am. Because I've accepted myself like this only. My parents love me the way I am. My friends love me the way I am. So I'm fine. I'm happy. What matters is I should be happy. I am happy.
Very true. Bottom line is you have to be happy.
Yeah.
So I think all the viewers listening and looking at this interview right now would like to know your daily routine for you to maintain yourself and be, I'm not allowed to say it on podcast, but to look all smoking good looking and fit and prim. What's your daily routine?
My daily routine? It's a daily hustle, not a routine.
Okay. The one is you hit the gym, that's for sure, you mentioned.
Yeah.
And what else do you do?
The first thing I do is I wake up, I freshen up and everything. I go to work, I do my work, and most importantly, I don't skip my meals.
Okay.
That's very important. Initially, when I was going through the binge eating phase, I thought skipping meals would help me, but I think I ended up binging a lot after that. So that would include good meals and a good environment. I involve myself with good people. And when I see even in the workplace, when it's not a good environment, I try to avoid it. Okay. I try to keep myself around good people. I come back home, I get happy to see my mom, my dogs. Then I freshen up again, I have my pre-workout meal, I go to the gym, I come back, I read for a little, and then I go back to sleep. That's like daily.
And it's not simple as it sounds, I would imagine, because there's so much of self-discipline in that routine. What do you eat when you say you don't skip meals? Let's talk about breakfast, lunch, dinner. Come on. And your pre-workout meal. What is that? Come on, tell us.
In the morning, my favorite thing is definitely toast and egg. I really love that.
Okay, I'm taking notes in my head for sure.
Okay. And a good
But I still won't look like you anyway close. But anyway.
Please, you look nice. Like I mentioned, you have a good skin.
I was fishing for compliments anyway.
I knew it.
Okay, doctor, come on.
Then my lunch will include like a good source of protein, like chicken, rice. And like I eat normal white rice only with some salad. And I don't like starve myself. Like I eat everything I like, but I control my portion size.
Okay.
Then my pre-workout meal would be my favorite oats and yogurt. I think that's a very tasty combination. You should try. I know it works for me. I like it.
Yogurt and oats. Okay.
Yeah, it's really yum. And you can include your favorite toppings as you like. And then my dinner would be again rice and some chicken or any source of protein, any lean proteins with some veggies, and that's it.
And on cheat days on Saturday and Sundays, what do you do?
Cheat days, it varies.
Are you into junk food?
Not junk food. Like when it comes to cheat days, I love a good naan with dal makhani.
Oh, who doesn't?
And chicken butter masala. That's my favorite cheat meal.
Yeah, I love Indian food.
Same.
Is that your favorite cuisine? Nice.
Yes.
So despite all of this, your role as a doctor must be very challenging. I want you to walk us through a few of those challenges, especially when you're multitasking a lot of things at the same time, and it's not a joke. People do one type of job and it's already stressful, and you're juggling like two things that I know at least. simultaneously. What are some of the challenges, Dr. Tanvi?
Sometimes when my beauty pageant and my workplace are falling at the same time, it becomes quite challenging for me, I would say.
Okay.
But somehow I do get through it.
So I think it's fair for us, Dr. Tanvi, to dwell a little bit on your dad as well, because even though there are these strong women, like I mentioned, within the family, but we cannot ignore the role of our fathers as, a prominent figure in the family. Tell us something about your dad.
My dad has been my biggest motivator academically also, because my dad came from a family where he was not privileged as much when it came to education.
Okay.
But he has always taught me that how important and how strong education can be. So I think somehow it's because of him that I've pursued medicine. Let's not forget the journey where I gave my first attempt in NEET and I only cracked, I missed the MBBS seat by some percentile. So I was ready to go for it because I was feeling sad, that my father would again have to invest and again, it will be like a 1-year loss for me. But my dad told me that you only fail when you stop trying, okay? So you should always aim and choose something that you have always wanted. You've always wanted to be Dr. Tanvi, taking medicine, not doing dentist. Huh? I'm not disrespecting people who are taking BDS. Huh? I do support BDS also. But somehow I think my dad has been one of the reasons while I have become a doctor or whatever I am, it's because of my dad. So yeah, that year I did take a drop, and had I not taken the drop that year, I wouldn't be a beauty queen. So I think, like my dad said, everything happens for a reason.
And that's what I'm saying. Life takes such a turn and it gets us to that position where you don't know. And that's the beauty of life, right? Do you subscribe to the notion if I say it's a man's world?
No.
And why?
I think it's a world of both the genders. I think both the genders we have come out of that time where women are, only like limited to the 4 walls of the house.
Within the house.
I think now we're in the world where men and women are marching shoulder to shoulder and doing everything. There's nothing that, obviously, we cannot forget. True. We cannot ignore the biological part. Obviously, there are things that women can and man can't. But when it comes to other perspective, I think man and woman are doing great. Especially, we can have an example of our president also.
Right.
She's a woman. So I think there's nothing that a man can't do or a woman can't do. I think it's a world of both the genders.
So if there's one advice so far that you've received from anybody, that advice that has stayed in your heart and soul, that has always been that guiding force that has pushed you forward, what is that advice?
I think like my dad said, listen from this year. If there's a negative thing, listen from this year, let it go out from here. So I always do that.
Right.
Apart from that, I try to remain true to myself and I keep my intentions pure in whatever I do.
Right. So if you weren't a doctor, if you weren't into pageants, what would you have become?
If I wasn't doing both, no, I think, like I said, I've always had a goal in
You're
my head.
happy with where you are right now?
This was my goal.
Okay.
Like my mom said, like this Miss Universe are not only Miss Universe, there's something else too. So there's nothing that a person can't do both. So I think I'm happy where I am because I had the goal in my head.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about some of your hobbies. That is something that I did not see. I tried to do a lot of research, but I still can't find it anywhere. What do you like to do apart from, when you're free of being a doctor, when you're not obviously on the ramp and all of that? What do you like to do?
There are many things I like to do.
Okay.
That would include doing makeup on my siblings. Okay. I like cooking. And my new added hobby would be I ride bike now. So
okay.
I like riding bike now.
Where did that craze come from?
It would be somehow from my loved one. He taught me how to ride the bike. And
from where again?
From my loved one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my dear friend.
So Dr. Tanvi is not single, you mean to say?
No.
Oh, all right. What loved one then? I'm sorry, did I interpret that in the wrong way?
Okay, so somehow, like that time, I had to learn. Like there was no way. But now, when I got the hold of it, like I enjoy riding bikes now. But there should be like no traffic,
Okay.
a good road. Then only I enjoy. Obviously, in the traffic, nobody enjoys.
Nobody. True. See, I'm in the mood to ask you favorites. Let me go to the next one, and that is, let's hear your favorite designer, because you've been donning all these evening gowns and all of that. What's that one favorite designer, your go-to designer that you're comfortable with and you like wearing their outfits, and why?
I think my go-to designer within the town would be definitely Arif.
Okay.
Arif does a really good job when it comes to gowns,
Okay.
like pageant gowns. He does it really nice. So when it's time where I don't have anything to wear, I would run to Arif only.
Okay. So if you have to define your personal style, how would you define your personal style?
I think I like something chic and classy most of the time.
So what will we normally see you in? What outfit like you would normally feel comfortable on a daily basis?
Daily basis when I go to work.
Okay, let's say when you go to work. Let's not talk about your day off. So let's say work.
I like a good chic pants, like comfy, stylish. Then a good top. Like that. And I like a good tied hair for
Okay.
work. But when I go out for cafes, obviously I do check my Pinterest board and I see, oh, okay, I'll dress up this way today.
So you need Pinterest and that inspiration.
Yes.
All right. When we talk about fashion, what do you think of the fashion scene here in the Northeast?
I think when it comes to fashion, Northeast has been like known for it, and they're all famous for fashion only. When it comes to our state, or be it especially Mizoram, all
Right.
these, na, they have been known for fashion. So I think when it comes to fashion, our region is doing great only. People are fashionable. Even if you now, if you go to randomly you walk to Laimukra or somewhere, you will see people trying fashion, and people are not scared
I
to wear
agree.
whatever they like. So I think that's the biggest asset.
And when it comes to probably, see, as a beauty queen and into modeling as well, one model, let's talk international models that you're really inspired by.
There are many, but I really like Kendall Jenner.
Okay.
I feel like despite her coming from a family, like being born with a silver spoon, as we say, I think she did justice to her work. It's not only her being born with a silver spoon. She's really, really good as a model, I feel.
Okay.
So she's really one international model I look up to.
See, like we agreed earlier, the modeling and everything is very short-lived. But now there is one thing, and that is collaborations, promotions, and partnerships. This is a kind of new normal. That means we endorse brands, products, and services. What are your thoughts on that aspect? And is there a kind of a governing principle that somebody should have before we endorse a certain kind of product or service? I'm talking about the responsibility, because everyone can walk up to you. We see influencers, we see known personalities endorsing a lot of things, whether it's makeup, whether it's your nail paint, and etc., clothing. What are your thoughts on all of that?
I think once you become a known personality, it's very important to choose the right one, because you become influential. Especially, you may not be able to easily influence the obviously mature
Yeah.
people. It's basically the youths which get influenced. So I think it's important to choose the right kind of endorsement, because people look up to you once you reach a certain level.
Okay. Have you endorsed anything so far? Like help promote a brand or a service lately?
As an influencer, I do some brands like those live on, and you'll see in my profile anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I do it.
I want to ask you, because like I said from the very beginning, there is this direction and you're very clear in your head of where you want to get. Where do you want to get? What is the dream, Dr. Tanvi, for you in your life?
My ultimate dream has always been to be a doctor. So I'm halfway there. I still have a lot to go.
Right.
But apart from this dream, my passion, which is to represent India one day, I think it still lives fresh within me.
True.
I think that is one of my dreams, to
Okay.
represent my country, to be called as India one day.
And I hope all of that will come to pass. Before I let you go, what is that? It sounds very cliche, but what is that one message? I won't say advice, but a message that you'd like to give to aspiring young girls watching this right now, especially for the ones who really want to make it big in the modeling world, in the pageantry world, what is that advice that you'd like to give them?
I think whatever you're doing in life, it's very important to be humble. It's very important to stay grounded. It's very important to live your life to the fullest because we have only one life. That's why I chose whatever choices I've made. This is the only life where you get to fulfill your dreams, live to the fullest. And apart from that, always remain humble and always treat people equally, no matter what heights you reach in life. It's very important.
Wise words there, Doctor. Treat people wisely in the way they should be treated. We're all humans. Like you said earlier, firstly is be human for everything. Thank you so much for an insightful conversation.
And don't forget your friends and family who have supported you always.
There you go. Thank you so much. I thought you ended the message, but anyway, we'll put that as well. Once again, thank you so much for your time and for being very true to yourself. It was an insightful conversation. Like I said, I hope and I pray everything will fall in place for you. Thank you so much once again for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.